Welcome to the Survivor to Thriver show with your happiness expert, Samia Bano. Do you feel stuck, silent, and stressed? Is something hurting your heart and soul? Are you burning yourself out? If so, you are in the right place because this is the podcast people from all over the world join in to learn exactly how to stop suffering and start living with inner peace and joy. Let's get started.
Hey, welcome back to the Survivor to Thriver show. For the last couple of weeks or so, we have been talking about how we can make our visions, goals, and dreams come true. And I've been going over with you some of the very crucial challenges or obstacles that can come in our way that can prevent us from living into our visions and goals and dreams and our resolutions. It's really, really sad when you give up on your goals and dreams, not because you realize that those weren't good goals or dreams, but because you become discouraged. Because, you give up on yourself because you don't think you're good enough or capable of dealing with those challenges. I think that's the part that's really sad. And I think one of the things that makes us feel like really discouraged is like, of course, there's that element of lack of self-confidence and trust and faith. But there's also the issue with how do we deal with reality, our relationship with reality, and how we tend to deal with reality. Like, when a challenge comes up, there's two potential extremes people can go to, right? That are unhelpful reactions. On the one hand, like we said, people can give up, become discouraged and give up in the face of the challenge or problem. But on the other extreme, what can also happen is that people can refuse to face the reality of the situation and just go into like this kind of denial mode and sort of take on this attitude of like, if I just ignore this problem hard enough and long enough, it'll just go away. But of course it doesn't. Right? So whether you give up in the face of what you perceive to be the reality of your situation, or whether you ignore or deny and try to, just deal with the problem through that kind of denial, either way, you are sort of acting in a way that's problematic, and it in the sense that it's not going to be helpful in moving you closer towards accomplishing your goals and dreams. So what is, in fact, the wiser way to react, or the wiser way to deal with reality? That's the issue that it's really important to sort of address. And so here's the key. The key is that, number one, we have to accept reality. If when we run into a challenge, if we run into a problem, we have to accept it. See, and whatever it makes you feel, if it makes you feel scared, if it makes you feel afraid, if it makes you feel overwhelmed, whatever it is, you need to face it. You need to face your feelings, acknowledge your feelings. You need to acknowledge the facts of the situation. like maybe you don't have enough money. Maybe there's something that you need, like a physical component to the machine that you need or something, and that's just not available, or whatever the problem is. Like, you need to face the facts of the situation. Because if you don't face the facts of the situation, if you don't face the feelings, if you don't acknowledge the feelings that you're having, if you go into denial, then you don't have a correct assessment of the problem. And remember what Einstein said. Einstein said that if he was given a problem and his life depended upon solving it in 60 minutes, he would spend the first 55 minutes of it analyzing the problem, making sure that he understood the problem correctly. Because once you understand the problem correctly, the solution emerges easily. So we have to understand the problem correctly. And in order to understand the problem correctly, you have to face the facts. You have to face the reality of your situation. And you, for the same reason, also have to face your feelings. Deal with your feelings. Not run away from them. And not villainize them either. Your feelings are your friends. They're giving you important messages. But here's the thing, right? A lot of people will face the reality, face the facts, look at the facts, and then they'll give up. Or they'll become discouraged. But that's exactly what you don't want to do. So rather than staying focused on the problem, what you then do is shift your focus. So once you have analyzed the problem, once you have gotten a good understanding of the facts of what's going on, then you shift your focus. You shift your focus to potential solutions. You shift your focus to possibilities of what can you do with what you know and what you have. How can you move forward? How can you begin to address the challenge? How can you begin to find the opportunities in the challenge? See, acceptance is only the first step in the process of dealing with the challenge, right? Acceptance of the challenge is only the first step. You can't stop with acceptance. You have to move on to the next step and the next step and the next step. And now here's another instance where if you have the excellence mindset, it will help you to move on. It'll help you to face the reality of your situation, face the reality of whatever the problem is, and also move on. Right? Because what is the excellence mindset all about? The excellence mindset is about doing the best that you can. Right? And it's also a mindset that is open to growth and change. So when an excellence mindset runs into a problem, it's not afraid, first of all, to face the reality of the situation. Secondly, once it's faced the reality of the situation, it's like it says, okay, so now I'm going to keep doing my best. Keep doing my best to move forward, to find the opportunity in this challenge and transform it. And guess what? Because I'm open to growth and change, I realize and I recognize that even if at this moment in time, I seem not to have the skills or the knowledge or the resources that I need to solve this challenge immediately. The thing is, I'm growing and I'm changing. Every moment brings with it new opportunities for growth and change. So the best that I can do is a standard that is constantly evolving also. And that is a standard that can be constantly being raised. So what I'm not capable of doing in this moment, I may be able to accomplish nonetheless tomorrow or the day after, because of the growth that I can experience in between now and tomorrow or the day after, and so on and so forth. So again, we come back to why it is so essential for us to develop an excellence mindset if you're going to be able to effectively deal with the challenges that can come up and prevent us from achieving our visions and goals and dreams. And if this is something you find yourself struggling with, please don't struggle on your own. Reach out for help and support. And you know that I'm one person you can reach out to. Just go to my website at www.academyofthriving.com, click on the contact us page, and you'll see how we can connect. So until next time, I wish you lots of peace and joy.